the top 25 famous budget eats in Hanoi. Let's eat! If you're looking for the best of the best food in Hanoi at really cheap prices, then this video is perfect for you. There's good food everywhere in Hanoi, but with so many options, it can get pretty overwhelming. But don't worry, because with tons of research and watching a lot of viral food vlogs, we've put together a list of the top 25 must-try eats and drinks in Hanoi. We'll take you to 15 of the highest-rated food stops, from steaming hot pho to crazy yummy spring rolls to the best banh mi in town, and even our faces drawn on egg coffee, only to give you the best Hanoi food guide on the internet. Plus, we'll break down the costs and prices per dish so you can budget your own Hanoi food trip with your friends. Hi guys, my name is Angelica Wanders and this is Eileen Wanders, and we create budget travel guides all over the world. On this channel, we share with you our easy-to-follow itineraries and also our costs and expenses in every trip. So if you want to travel around the world in the easiest and most affordable way possible, then hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, because we make videos just for you. Guys, 25 eats at 15 food stops. Get ready to taste them with your eyes in this virtual food tour. And stick until the end, because later, we reveal our ultimate favorite one. Let's begin. Let's talk about bun cha, a Hanoi classic. You get a bowl of juicy grilled pork swimming in a warm, slightly sweet and tangy dipping sauce. On the side, you get rice noodles, fresh lettuce, and a fragrant mix of herbs like mint, cilantro, and perilla. And what better place to try this iconic dish than at Bun Cha Ta, a spot recommended by the Michelin Bib Gourmand. We ordered their signature set, grilled pork bun cha with rice noodles and spring rolls, all for just 120,000 dong. And this is where our DIY adventure begins. Some people like to wrap the noodles and herbs in lettuce, then dip it into the sauce. Others, like us, just toss everything in the bowl, let it soak up all that flavor, and slurp it like a noodle soup. There's no wrong way to do it. Just find the balance of flavors that works for you. And let's not forget the crispy spring rolls on the side, stuffed with shrimp, pork, and veggies. Deep fried to golden perfection, they added the perfect crunchy contrast to the meal. Delicious, fun to eat, and super affordable. 10 out of 10. We didn't even realize it was Michelin recommended until after we finished our meal. And we still gave it a 10/10. That's how you know it's legit. Coffee lovers, this one's for you. Cafe Giang is the birthplace of the famous Vietnamese egg coffee. It was created in the 1940s during a milk shortage, when the inventor got creative and came up with a genius solution. Whip up some egg yolks instead of milk to create a creamy, frothy topping. Then pour it all over strong Vietnamese coffee. And just like that, egg coffee was born. We tried the original egg coffee for just 40,000 dong. And let me tell you, it was like dessert in a cup. Rich, velvety, and sweet. It kind of reminded us of tiramisu or a coffee creme brulee. 9 out of 10. This isn't just a drink, it's a sip of history. Bun Bo Nambo is a beef noodle salad that hits all the right notes. For 70,000 dong, you've got marinated stir-fried beef, layered over soft rice noodles, tossed with fresh veggies, and then topped with crispy fried shallots and peanuts. Then everything gets a generous drizzle of that sweet, tangy dressing we love. Every bite was bursting with flavor, and not in an overpowering way. The balance was just right. Honestly, the crispy shallots and peanuts stole the show for us. They added the perfect crunch. 11 out of 10. We also tried their second bestseller, the fried fermented pork roll for 60,000 dong. It had that savory, meaty flavor going on and was supposed to be crispy, but ours came out kinda soggy and super oily. A little too greasy for our taste, so we're giving it a 7.5 out of 10. That said, we'd still come back in a heartbeat. That beef noodle salad alone is worth the trip. This next restaurant had such warm, welcoming vibes. Major shout out to the staff who literally taught us how to eat our food properly, because we were definitely struggling. We ordered their best-selling Vietnamese pancake for 129,000 dong. And this thing was massive. A crispy rice flour pancake stuffed with pork, shrimp, and bean sprouts. The staff guided us step by step, placing the filling on the rice paper, adding in the herbs, then rolling it all up to make our own DIY spring roll. Honestly, we made a total mess, but it was a fun hands-on experience. Flavor-wise, it wasn't anything mind-blowing, so we're giving it a 7.5 out of 10. We also tried the bolalot for 159,000 dong, which was seasoned minced beef wrapped in wild betel leaves, then grilled until smoky and fragrant. The beef was juicy, the herbs were super fresh, and just like the pancake, you can roll everything up in rice paper or lettuce to make your own wraps. It had this unique peppery kick, and dipping it into the sauce brought everything together. Definitely two of the more interactive dishes we've had in Hanoi. Next up, we've got another Michelin Bib Gourmand pick, a legendary spot that's been serving pho for over 100 years. It's easily one of the most iconic places in Hanoi for a truly authentic bowl. They keep it real, no MSG, just a clear, rich broth, simmered for hours with beef bones. We went for their classic beef pho at 60,000 dong. The rice noodles had a great texture, and it came with a generous serving of beef flank. The meat wasn't the most tender we've had, but it was still full of flavor. We'd rate it a solid 8 out of 10. One sip of that broth felt like a warm hug. The place itself is modest and humble. You'll probably end up sharing the table with some locals. No frills, no fuss, just some really, really good pho. Welcome to Hanoi's Train Street, where you could sip your drink just inches away from a speeding train. Yup, it's just as wild as it sounds. With a whole narrow alley lined up with cafes, we visited the very first cafe that started it all, Railway Tuan Cafe. Their bestseller was the Crazy Train coffee, worth 90,000 dong, and I had no idea what was in it. All I knew is that it was their most popular one. And after I took a sip, what is this? Turns out, it's iced coffee spiked with alcohol. Strong, bold, and a little sweet. A total flavor roller coaster. And not exactly what I was expecting to be drinking at 11 a.m. But it was definitely interesting, so I'm giving it a quirky 8 out of 10. Eileen went for something tamer, the avocado smoothie for 60,000 dong. It was creamy and refreshing, but the avocado was slightly underripe and a bit bitter, so she's giving it a 7 out of 10. They also have egg beer on the menu, a little twist inspired by Hanoi's famous egg coffee. We'll definitely try that next time, but the real highlight here was watching the train zoom right past you. Don't worry, I'll pop up the train schedule right here so you don't miss the action. Now speaking of travel, let's not forget, we're in Hanoi, Vietnam, so let's do something exciting. Check this out. Aside from all the yummy food, Hanoi is a hub for so many cool tourist spots, and we want to help you explore it in the best way possible. So we have a separate video on our YouTube channel, The Ultimate Hanoi Travel Guide, where we show you the best places to visit, the best things to do, and the best hotels to stay. We also give you a 5-day sample itinerary and budget breakdown, so you can get an idea of how much a Hanoi trip would cost. So just click this video on our YouTube channel for the best and most informative Hanoi travel guide the internet has ever seen. But for now, I think it's time we move on to our next restaurant. Let's eat. Now it's time for banh mi wars. If you've never had a banh mi before, it's basically Vietnam's answer to the ultimate sandwich. A crisp, golden baguette stuffed with juicy, marinated meats, a rich layer of pate, crunchy pickled veggies, fresh herbs, and a drizzle of sauce. And you get a flavor bomb of savory, sweet, tangy, and crunchy in every bite. Today, we're trying out 4 of the highest rated banh mi spots in Hanoi's Old Quarter, and we'll let you know which one is our favorite. Let's begin. Starting off strong with probably the most popular one in Hanoi. Banh Mi 25 is famous for drawing long lines of tourists. We ordered their traditional signature banh mi for 40,000 dong, packed with barbecue pork, a generous spread of pate, and slices of smoked sausage. The pork was sweet and savory with that grilled charred flavor we love, and the bread, perfectly crisp. This one really hits that classic banh mi profile. 10 out of 10. For resto number 8, we've got banh mi bread. They have a few branches around Hanoi, and we decided to try their 2 bestsellers. First up, the Hoi An Special with char siu for 40,000 dong, filled with tender, Chinese-style roasted pork, which had a subtle sweetness to it, combined with pate, pickled veggies, and that drizzle of sauce. It was bursting with flavor. Next was the barbecue chicken banh mi for 30,000 dong, smoky grilled chicken with a touch of sweetness. Both were tasty takes on the classic. We'd rate this place a solid 8.5 out of 10. Next up, we got resto number 9. Banh Mi Pho is part of a local chain, but don't let that fool you. It's got character. We went for their grilled minced beef with cheese for 40,000 dong. And honestly, it tasted like a Vietnamese style cheeseburger. And everyone knows I'm a sucker for burgers, so this one totally hit the spot for me. The beef was so juicy and the cheese added a rich melty layer. We also grabbed a bottle of their homemade soy milk for 25,000 dong. A great compliment to the banh mi. 10 out of 10. And lastly, spot number 10. We hit up Banh Mi Mama, a cozy little stall tucked right beside the St. Joseph Cathedral. Banh Mi Mama won us over with their barbecue pork with pate for 30,000 dong. And out of all the banh mis we've tried, this one probably had the best creamy sauce. Plus, you can watch them prep everything right in front of you. Despite the line, it's totally worth the wait. So out of all 4 banh mis, which one was our favorite? Well, if we had to choose 2, we'd probably go with Banh Mi 25 for that classic no-fail banh mi flavor. And second would be Banh Mi Pho for that beef and cheese combo. It was basically a banh mi cheeseburger, a total guilty pleasure. But honestly, you can't really go wrong with any of these 4 spots. They're all delicious in their own way. Next up, another Michelin Bib Gourmand restaurant. We tried the chicken dry pho for 60,000 dong. It's basically a dry version of chicken pho. No broth in the bowl, but it comes with a small side of soup if you want something warm to sip on. The chicken was incredibly tender, served over soft rice noodles and topped with fresh herbs, crushed peanuts, and crispy shallots. Flavor-wise, it kinda reminded us of the beef noodle salad we had earlier, just with chicken instead of beef and no lettuce thrown into the mix. They also serve it with pickled garlic and chili dipping sauce on the side, so you can customize the flavors to your liking. Everything about this dish was amazing. We're giving this an 11 out of 10. Easily one of our favorites from this entire Hanoi food trip. How can you not love a coffee that comes with your face on it? An Cafe takes Vietnam's iconic egg coffee and gives it a fun, personalized twist. For 60,000 dong per cup, the baristas draw your face right into the creamy egg foam. It's like latte art 2.0. And it's not just cute, it's actually yummy too. The Vietnamese coffee was strong and bold, while the whipped egg yolk topping was sweet and velvety, like a coffee-flavored dessert. The bitterness of the coffee and the sweetness of the foam balance each other out beautifully. Such a cozy street-side cafe to recharge and snap some cute pics. And Cafe is a must-visit if you're looking for something local and Instagram-worthy. 9.5 out of 10. This was our first time trying Ban Quan, so we didn't really know what to expect. But wow, we ended up absolutely loving it. The rice rolls were these soft, delicate sheets filled with seasoned ground shrimp, topped with crispy fried shallots. The texture was spot on, soft and silky with just the right crunch from the toppings. And of course, it came with a side of our favorite sweet and tangy dipping sauce. We've literally been devouring the sauce all day. It's so good you can honestly sip it with a spoon. The dish also came with a side of cinnamon pork. Yup, cinnamon pork. It's a type of Vietnamese sausage with a gentle hint of cinnamon. Totally new to us, but seriously delicious, and a great contrast to the shrimp rolls. All the flavors just came perfectly together. This one's an easy 10 out of 10 from us. Time for another round of bun cha, because honestly, we just can't get enough. This time, we visited a cozy family-run restaurant with nearly 3,000 reviews, yet still maintaining a 4.8 star rating. That's actually pretty impressive for just 70,000 dong. Everything was nicely plated, juicy grilled pork patties and pork belly swimming in that warm, sweet, tangy dipping sauce, served with a side of rice noodles, fresh lettuce, and that classic mix of Vietnamese herbs. This bun cha was just as good as the first one we had. Absolutely delicious. And of course, if you're getting bun cha, you just have to get the fried spring rolls too. For 75,000 dong, they were perfectly crispy on the outside and filled with a flavorful mix of pork, shrimp, and veggies. Some of the best spring rolls we've had in Hanoi. The whole place gave off that warm, home-cooked vibe. 10 out of 10. Tranquil Books and Coffee is a peaceful escape from all the hustle and bustle of Hanoi. With its warm, cozy ambiance, it's the kind of place where you can dive into a book or spend hours getting work done in a quiet space. If you're a digital nomad, I highly recommend it. There's plenty of comfy seating, both indoors and out, where you can comfortably set up your laptop and work for hours. The staff was incredibly attentive. They even came to refill my water every few minutes, which made me feel genuinely welcome to stay as long as I needed. But of course, out of courtesy, it's still good etiquette to keep ordering something every now and then if you plan to stay long. I went with the iced chai latte for 65,000 dong, a smooth, delicious blend of spiced tea and milk. Easily one of the yummier chai lattes I've had, 9 out of 10. Eileen went with the chamomile citrus tea for 60,000 dong. It was light, fragrant, and perfectly matched the peaceful vibe of the place. I completely fell into my flow state and got a lot of work done here. Tranquil truly is the perfect name for this cafe. And now we've reached the grand finale. It's time to unveil our ultimate rankings. Remember guys, these rankings are just our personal opinions. We know everyone has their own preferences and different palates, so if you think we missed any famous cheap eats or any of your favorite dishes, let us know in the comments below, and maybe others might even agree with you. For anyone who's been to Hanoi, comment your top 3 favorite cheap eats. And for those who haven't been there yet, comment 3 eats you want to try the most. Now without further ado, let's jump into our top 10 ranking and wait until the end to hear our number 1 spot. Let's begin. The top 10 spot goes to Beef Pho from Pho Ja Trun Bat Dan. For number 9, we got the Bun Cha and Spring Rolls from Hoang Viet. Number 8 goes to the grilled minced beef with cheese from Banh Mi Pho. Number 7, egg coffee from Cafe Jang. Number 6, beef noodle salad from Bun Bo Nam Bo Bak Phung. Number 5, traditional signature banh mi from Banh Mi 25. Number 4, egg art coffee from An Cafe. Number 3, chicken dry pho from Pho Gang Nguyet. Number 2, shrimp rice rolls with cinnamon pork from Ban Quan Za Chun Tan Van. And last but not the least, our number 1 spot goes to, drumroll please, Bun Cha and Spring Rolls from Bun Cha Ta. And those were our top 10 favorite budget eats and drinks in Hanoi. We also have a Sapa food guide, a Hong Kong food guide, and a Korea food guide, where we also visit 20 restaurants around town. So if you're into finding the best food around the world at very affordable prices, go ahead and check out our other budget food guides. On this channel, we aim to help people save money when traveling. We have videos like traveling with only $100, staying at $10 villas, and we make sure we break down our costs and expenses for you one by one, so it can help you budget your own trip. So if you want to travel around the world in the easiest and most affordable way possible, then please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that little notification bell below. I hope you guys enjoyed this Hanoi Vietnam food guide. Stay tuned for our next destination. This is Angelica and Eileen Wanders. Never stop wandering.